Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to give you my thoughts on the Smashing Machine. I know 2025 is coming to a close pretty much like right now, but I'm gonna take a little bit longer to get my top of the year ranking and everything out. Probably sometime next week for anyone who might actually watch, except outside of myself. But the Smashing Machine is one I definitely wanted to make sure to check out before I did that. Um, to preface a little bit, I've been a wrestling fan all my life. Thus, I have a connection to Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I've enjoyed a great number of his movies, but he has been kind of spinning the same wheel for quite a few years now. Um, I also really adore Emily Blunt. I think she's one of the best actresses of the last couple decades. And I've enjoyed kind of their their partnership and all the stuff they've done together. Um, but yeah, I've enjoyed a lot of the Rock's movies, but I've always been curious if he was going to kind of try to challenge himself at any point. Um, what he does has made money for a while, but this was interesting because it really seemed like he was undertaking becoming a character and truly playing a part, because a lot of times in The Rock's movies, it'll seem like, okay, Dwayne Johnson is kind of being Dwayne Johnson in scenario A or B or C. You know what I mean? Or a different occupation or maybe a different setting or something like that. But he's always kind of just, cool Dwayne Johnson doing a shtick. And that's fine. It's a brand, that obviously has worked for, quite a few decades since the 90s. Um, but this is him actually trying to get more serious as an actor. He has like a Martin Scorsese movie coming up, I think, too. And I'll say that that's what this movie most succeeded about was Dwayne Johnson's performance. I thought he was, excellent here at times. Even it doesn't feel like, for the most part, that he's ever just kind of being The Rock. It feels like he is trying to deliberately, play Mark Kerr. I don't know much about the actual guy. I'll say that much. But I do feel like it seemed like he was involved in the production a bit. It did seem like authentic and genuine with what they're trying to portray here. It's not as much about the fighting; it's more so about why he wants it so much, and it goes into his drug addiction and kind of his tumultuous relationship with Emily Blunt's character. They really act their asses off in a couple of scenes. It's definitely more of the Rock's movie, but it is good that he had such a good connection as Emily Blunt to hold up so strongly in those scenes. Um, and when it does come to the fighting, you feel like it has a purpose to the plot. I've seen some say, "Oh yeah, there's no real engaging structure to it, or it's like cliff notes. We don't really get into it." I don't really see it because it focuses on such personal matters as addiction and as sort of a toxic relationship as he could have with Blunt's character Don. Um, there's some like passive aggressiveness. There's things that border on like domestic abuse at times. Um, from both sides, really, you can kind of see how both their health and mental state sort of converge and then diverge at the wrong times, and that's probably the most engaging part of the movie. Um, but yeah, it's a shame that this movie did not do well at all. Both this and a movie like Christie with Sydney Sweeney, which I liked even more this year. That's one of my top movies. Both did not earn very much, and I think that's the same because I shame because I think both had something worth kind of seeing and telling. Um, I will say I wasn't like perhaps as invested and or at least engaged with kind of the in betweens, point A, point B as I wanted to be in the Smashing Machine. But I still very much think it was a movie worth seeing, and it definitely deserved a bit more, a bit more praise and notoriety than it got. Um, but yeah, I think it shows The Rock is actually trying to, show that he cares about the craft, and I think he has. His passion for it was clear before, but this is a little bit different. So yeah, when I guys thought about this one, I think it was pretty underrated from this year. Yeah, follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, of course, and later.